Breezy. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Carcino here. Let's talk about it. Your boy Chris Breezy is in trouble. The case that he kept trying to get to go away don't seem to be going away. Yep, since 2021, this incident happened at his home, and it does not seem to be going away. Don't forget to hit the like button, good people. Subscribe to the page. If you're new here, we appreciate everybody's participation of hitting the like button and subscribing to the page. This is a very different type of situation, very telling situation. Chris Brown in this $90 million lawsuit, once it was announced, it shocked the world because it took people by storm. They weren't prepared for it. And it surprised people. Now, Chris Brown has these dogs. They look fluffy, don't they, y'all? These dogs look fluffy and playful, and everybody can't wait to grab a hold of one of those dogs, right? Here's the problem. These dogs here, and the breed that these dogs are, they look fluffy. They're not approachable. These are not dogs that are meant for pets. They're not meant to be somebody's pet. Not at all, not even close. These dogs are meant to hunt. These dogs are meant to go out in the field. They're not meant for any type of family of environment, and they definitely shouldn't be around children. So Maria Avila sued Chris Brown. Originally, it was like a $70 million lawsuit as the dog went crazy. And she was taking the trash out, and the dog just attacked her. Now, while this was happening, the rest of the world was shocked because they didn't have any clue that this had even taken place. And people was like stunned. Now, Breezy should have known better, and he probably just didn't know about the dog and didn't know anything really about the breed of the dog. He just liked the way they look. And these dogs, they personality, like they snap and they just go from 0 to 60. I guess he can identify with these type of dogs because he goes from 0 to 60. So I guess he said, hey, these dogs are just like me. I go from 0 to 60. These dogs are just probably misunderstood. I love this dog. These dogs are not chows. They look like chows, but they're no chows. And you don't put these dogs around a chow. Yeah, that's exactly what they are. Caucasian shepherds. And you do not mess with those dogs. They're meant to attack. And out of the blue, they will snap and go off. And this 200-pound dog was taking out pieces of her face, completely leaving her a mess. and she never recovered, as you can see now. Now, as this was happening, like I said, 2021, she was demanding about, when this case first started in 2021, she had all of these details and things that was going on about the case and what had happened. And she claimed Chris Brown didn't try to help her or nothing, right? So they said, if you're going to file this charge, she tried to file as a Jane Doe. So she had to give up her name, which is Maria Avila. So she filed it under her name. So these are called what's it, Archaic or whatever, Caucasian Orvachite dogs, which is basically Caucasian Shepherd dogs. And Chris Brown dog is named Hades. And while she was working on December 12th of 2020, that's when Hades attacked her out of nowhere when she was taking the trash out, biting her on the arms, the face, the legs. She feared for her life as she laid there covered in blood. Avila claimed Chris Brown ordered his team to remove the dog from the property before the authorities got there. And she had demanded $70 million in damages. Back then, Chris Brown denied all allegations of wrongdoing, and he accused her of having caused her own injuries because she provoked Hades. So he demanded that this entire case get thrown out. So they amended the complaint and said that Avila claimed that Chris Brown had knowledge of Hades' behavior, but took no actions to prevent an accident. And she said that Chris Brown was aware before the bite and attack that this breed of dog is known to have a propensity for unprovoked violence and aggression, as is bred to be a killer attack dog with highly unpredictable aggressive tendencies. This is not a breed that's intended for family and kids in a home where there are numerous of occupants and visitors on the premises. This dog is bred and trained to be aggressive, bite, and attack dog. So this dog, she claimed, was not properly registered with the city of Los Angeles and definitely the licensing agency of entity where there was no current license in place for that dog. And she said that Chris Brown dog had mauled, bitten, and attacked other people on 2 more separate occasions prior to this mauling. So when she found that out, she amended the lawsuit. And by doing so, well, she claimed that as she laid there bleeding profusely, barely able to see as blood is covering her eyes and face, she observes Chris Brown approaching her, standing over her as he's speaking on his cell phone. And his security guards then fled the scene with their dogs, leaving her alone and bleeding profusely, feeling like she was on the brink of death. Well, he was fearing criminal prosecution So he wanted the dog removed. Now, Brown was not honest when he spoke to police about the incident, according to Maria Avila. She's saying that Chris Brown was completely vague. He was not being truthful and honest in anything that he was disclosing in his statements. He considerably made false claims over and over again. The housekeeper says she learned Hades was later euthanized after he showed extreme aggression, even when in the pound. When they she said Chris Brown was informed and believed that this was not the first instance where the defendant's dog Hades viciously bit, attacked, and mauled an injured human being. And the defendants were aware of this dog's prior dangerous attacks, biting, killer instincts, and aggressive proclivities. So now, instead of the 70 million, it has been added up to 90 million. Now, on top of the dog lawsuit, he's got several other legal situations going on. And he was able to get the case pushed back due to his other legal issues he got going on. Chris Brown has been, delaying depositions, not being around, and delaying the case and dragging this case out for years. This happened in 2021. We're in 2025. But now it looks like he's going to have to go to trial over this, and the money keeps going up because she wants him to pay for the lawyer fees and everything instead of coming to a settlement agreement over this dog. This dog could doom him completely. I don't know why he would want such a dangerous dog. I mean, she obviously was attacked by that dog. Like they said, there's no such thing as a bad dog. It's a bad owner. And if you have a dog that's meant and bred to do one thing, and you got that dog out there doing others things than what the dog is supposed to be doing, that's on you. That is 100% on you. Yeah, it's not bad dog, it's bad owners. 90 million is excessive. Well, if you want to put a price on what somebody should look like after a dog attack that they gotta wear for the rest of their life on their face, and you got a big hole in your face, then you can say what's excessive and what isn't. Maybe it isn't obsessive to you when you have big plugs of your flesh removed. I guess maybe it's not. Maybe that is obsessive. What she's asking for is obsessive. Oh, I don't know. Remember, this wasn't a $90 million lawsuit. It ballooned up to 90 million. Had he tried to get this thing taken care of immediately, he could have settled with this woman for probably less than $1 million. Had he tried to treat her wounds, get everything taken care of, and act like he's concerned about her well being, he could have really negotiated this and said, I'm gonna make sure you're taken care of. Don't worry about it, and worked out something. But Chris Breezy don't have the right people around him, and this is the results. Now he's got case after case just piling up. And I feel bad for Breezy because I felt he got a raw deal because of Jay-Z. He's missed out on millions. And that just isn't fair. Mm-hmm. Well, Chris is blaming her for provoking Hades, but they had to put Hades down at the pound because he was aggressive. So the dog was trained to do what it was trained to do, and that was attack. Mm-hmm. No. Mm-mm. Not really. I mean, it's not. It's Chris got just 1,000 things going on at once. So when you got a lot of that on your head, this is normally the blowback from that. Hmm. Well, I think Jay Z messed up his money. So, well, Chris loved his dogs. It's just the dogs are dangerous, and he just don't understand. They never hurt him, but they're protectors. You were their owner. So everybody else who they just meeting, they might see them as a threat, or something they do might set them off and they just attack. They don't ask no questions. That's why people who keep them don't normally have a lot of people around them. They're normally only one people get person around them, and that's the owner. I know it's a sad situation. I wouldn't want that to, happen to anybody. I don't think any of them should have went through that. So do you think Chris Brown will lose the case? The poll is in the chat. Well, the thing that hurts Chris' case is the fact that the problem that hurts Chris' case, in his defense, is Chris keeps trying to tell the general public that, hey, she provoked my dog. It's like, really, Chris? That's what you gonna go with? And she provoked my dog? That's the winner. That's your defense? She provoked my dog. So I think the case should be thrown out. That was his approach. He got crazy legal problems going on right now. And it's a shame. And the fact is that he never tried to help the housekeeper after she was bit. He cared about having the dog removed. This thing has ballooned all the way up to 90 million. I think it was like 30 million, 50 million, then it went to 70 million. Now it's at 90 million. And they're going to keep on amending this thing until he, fight this case. I'm not saying she's going to get awarded 90 million, but damn. He made this a situation that he could have settled out of court. Well, the reason that he's not going to win is they got record that his dogs have attacked other people prior. Plus, the vet had to put the dog down when they had it quarantined. When they had it quarantined, they had to put the dog down. And that doesn't normally go well for the person that got the dogs. They had to put the dog down at the vet. Like normally when they in the vet, they chill out. But when they get aggressive, when they get aggressive at the vet, they euthanize him. They saw he's too dangerous. We got to put him down. Oh no, this ain't a pit. This is a Caucasian shepherd. And you don't want to be around them at all. I mean, you named the dog Hades. What did you expect that dog to do? Those dogs are bred to kill. And she says that the dog was not registered properly by the state because those type of dogs have to be registered differently because they can't be around children and a large group of people because their personalities just snap and they'll just start chewing people up. It's their breed. Right. They're bred to fight off wolves and bears. Well, that's according to what she says, that dog wasn't registered properly. So that's according to Maria Avila's paperwork or from her legal side. That's what they're saying. He said, I learned something today. Stay away from the Caucasian type dog. I stay away from all these people, dog. The one on the left. Shoot, it'd be the one on the right that'd be that took your head off. Either one of them, they are not to be pet. Don't come over there trying to pet them. They're not house pets. Yeah, I had to get out of there from the neighbor's dog. I told you these white people out here don't like putting their dogs on leashes and just letting them out in the front yard. And I'm like, what is wrong with these people? Y'all gonna get y'all dog shot. Mm-hmm. He said, "What the hell you breed to get that dog?" I don't know. Yeah, it's a 200-pound dog. He said they tripping. Man, I'm telling you, that's a crazy dog. I wouldn't, I mean, I don't say the dog is crazy. It's just that the dog's doing what it do. Chris is just, I don't think he understood what kind of dog he had. And this woman is gonna win the suit. And I think Chris knows that. She's gonna win. And he's gonna be liable for tens of millions of dollars, in my opinion. He said, I Googled it. What you find on Google? He said polar bears look friendly too. Go pet one. Oh my God. A polar bear don't look friendly to me. Polar bears were not designed to be around people. They like, look, I hunt seals. I'm in the Arctic. I'm where it's cold. I ain't meant to be in no zoo around some doggone people. I need to be out there in the Arctic chasing a doggone seal. That's my job. I'm a polar bear. If you think a bear is a giant dog, then you're surely mistaken. Yep, both are very dangerous. No kidding. Yeah. So wish Chris the best, man. I'm gonna get up out of here. Shout out to Kwame Brown, Bus Life. Shouts to Welcome to HDII TV. Sports Talk with Jose Rodriguez. And we out. Oh yeah, that Shannon Sharp video. I didn't even get a chance to show y'all the other part of it because of what happened. But yeah, we'll try to rectify that. Probably sometime tonight, later on tonight or something. We'll do that. Or tomorrow, whatever time. I'm out.